My name is Varov and welcome back to Danganronpa. So last episode, we were having some difficulties with our little mini games, but we've come to the conclusion that the video that we saw was actually filmed in the conference room.
The music venue looked completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
To make the conference room look like the music venue, the killer went into its work and make clear what that work was.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
That must be it. What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
Oh yeah, because it didn't reach all the way at the bottom.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid!
Oh snap.
Hung so the music venue would look like a conference room? In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Probably. Is it the candle?
I can prove it with this.
It is. Thank goodness. Our health bar is so tiny.
Music venue, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. If you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming.
Makes sense.
That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means, are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
Makes sense.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
Yeah.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up. So I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The
Why would
incident
we?
isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard Bayside Cop say that before, but wasn't it
If
the other way
Ibuki's
around?
hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
video filmed in the conference room, but Ibuki's body was music means it's a fake.
I see.
Yeah, we didn't actually see her
in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim. By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
What happened that no matter how quickly I ran, it's impossible for me to save Ibuki. At the moment, I was already in the killer's trap.
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video, there's only one possibility I can think of. If I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's idea.
Huh?
You feed! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
Right, I should already know. Should have already known who the killer is. Yeah.
You're the only one! Mikan, you're the killer, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick
No.
like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question.
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that
Makes
you mention
sense.
it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikan have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence.
But you're the only
Sure
one
it
who could
is.
film that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? Insist I'll use the on-call room upstairs. You must be mentally exhausted. It's better if you relax in the lobby instead.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Kane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please wait a second.
Nope.
What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's
Yes.
impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not what you think.
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together.
Not really.
Mikan is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In
It's a
a
cover.
tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Yes.
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
You're the only one who could have done it. He's getting up on me. Just logic aside, she's really capable of doing something like this. I'm the one making mistake. It'd be much easier if I was wrong. If there's so much doubt in someone I spent so much time
Can you
with.
hold on a minute? Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
Get it on.
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time. I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it.
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
Please don't say such controversial statement. Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Yeah, just spit it out, man.
Big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Spit it out, bro.
That's a huge deal.
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a
Yes.
look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means...
It's new.
Well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Makes sense.
Done.
I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So the rope would be much of a clue, then I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
Huh? More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
No!
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Just a clue. Is that really true?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Well, no.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. How
She
do
was
I...
strangled to death.
Hold on.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the
How do
crime scene
I-
was hanged,
hold on.
you know.
It's not the right, but I'm trying to figure out how to.
Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
Pookie didn't die from
I'm
hanging.
not supposed to open or something. Silly me.
She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone?
There we go.
That must be it. So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
Thing I want to ask you is no doubt Ibuki's cause of death became by this rope, right? Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You were right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? Cause she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Oh, you guys just switched over
So
quickly.
in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really totally your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem.
Not what we're saying.
I'm done with that! You hear me? I'm done!
Hey, Mikan.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Not fair! Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away! What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Just trying to
Acting like
figure
this
out the
your
problem.
strategy now. Well, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair. Hey, Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched? Like I said, it obviously wasn't me. Can you prove it? Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video?
You're the only one who could have done it.
That's right! Show me your proof! Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer! I never filmed that video! It seems she finally started arguing for us. But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime. So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
These chapters go all along. So again, everyone's fate depends on me. The only person who saw that video.
decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
Never mind. I'm the one who has to do it. Who is going to finish this? Alright. Oh.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you. Who could have filmed that video?
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already! Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that.
Steve, is the hemp bag on it? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital slip?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have.
Is that really it? You could tell her body type under just from that video. Just from that
Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be so please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that video.
Steve, is the hemp bag on it? Is the hospital gown?
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof?
You're acting so weird, Mikan.
You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera?
I'll shoot through that contradiction. Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan?
Yep.
Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me! I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
You're acting weird.
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right?
I also remember that there was
Don't worry
two
about
of them.
I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item.
We sold two of
So
them.
don't you think it's impossible?
No.
Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's
Nope.
why that video isn't fabricated. And I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking
Nope.
your stubbornness this far.
It was
Such
buy one,
despair.
get one free.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Let's see, it's time for third PTA. It's gonna be my last job during the class trial. Reload and ammo features will be added. You'll know make you with just the A button. Great. Y button to reload. Okay.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item!
You
That's
get
why
two
I
of them.
Chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
Nope. Okay, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta do something and end this.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me!
Oh, yeah, I failed. Blah, blah, blah. They vote me as the killer.
This is my...
Yes, I would like to
You'll
retry.
never get...
Okay. Well, at least my health bar is full now.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. You're done for! Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me! I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
This is the end! Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to beat customers with bonus
Whoever
prizes.
bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Mikan, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Finish the thought. It's on the monitor. Broadcast. Nope, that's not right. Body was hidden before. Is that right? Nope. There we go. There we go.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
There we go.
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikan this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue. When they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Mikan, what has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Well, I still got a B despite all the failures.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
All right. Ta-da! All rise. I'll try to end it.
Well now.
Now then, though, maybe obvious at this point, you got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. That's right, the true identity of the horrifying black man who killed 2 girls was Mikan Sumiki.
Damn it.
See, Mikan's the one who nurses back to
I won't
to kill
forgive
them?
you.
Don't joke around with me, Mikan. Did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start when you were nursing them?
Hey!
Just laugh, say something. This is going nowhere.
What's going on?
Hey, hey.
I feel like Pico, she's actually gone mental.
That's obvious.
There's nothing we could do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer Mikan Sumiki we knew.
Hey.
Based on my prediction, she might have caught it too. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for the case. I know because I was looking at Mikan for so long, she was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch glimpses of her, her expression was full of despair. Despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained.
What?
She was infected. She softened really hot. She had a fever. Really hot at the time. Now I think about it, it must have been a high fever, just like Yuki and Akane had.
Perhaps.
So she surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease, losing all hope, harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair. Why she could still laugh in such a hopeless situation.
Jeez.
Means Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. It's the reason I cannot forgive this. Killing someone for the sake of despair instead of the sake of hope. There's no way I can forgive that. For the sake of despair, it's completely wrong.
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh? Huh?
Who are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. I know.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value.
We never really found out, because you find out through spending time with her, but she was abused most of her life.
I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
Yikes. I understand I've done something completely forgivable, but to just know it's truly about. I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand? It's because you don't have anyone to love? Since you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you.
Well...
Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. Feeling of freedom where you no longer care about anything. Beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil, and I'm just looking out through it. Why, as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me.
Amazing.
It's like nothing matters. I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love, only love. It's really the despair disease you're talking about? Seems I was wrong. Not only she was affected by despair. You're half right. It's right to say it's all thanks to the disease. Thanks to the disease, I was able to remember my beloved. Apparently, that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom. She had the remembering disease. Remember something that ended up like this. You were like this from the start? Were you like this before you came to the island? The island? Don't get so angry, first of all. The reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know. Not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships, so it's everybody's fault I turned out like this, you see. Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. It was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. It's a key difference between all of you and my beloved.
With me.
We'll find out who she's talking about later. Mikan, she's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Did you really remember? You ended up like this because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan. Will you still doubt me? If I remember, I'll tell you about something nice. About the World Ender organization you all were worrying about. No, not know, I just remembered, that's all. I knew all along how horrifying organization known as World Ender. So, also the organization known as the Future Foundation. Symbol on the ancient ruins door. Japanese word for future.
Hey.
So what is the Future Foundation? What are they claiming? As the name suggests, the organization is World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put it simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves. This isn't a comic book, you know. Part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to the island. Isn't that right? Monami Monokuma, the world members of the crazy organization, aren't they? Monami and I are members.
Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own.
Hey.
Don't laugh. Mikan, if you think you remember, then you already know the true identity of the traitor among us. Of course I know that. Your Foundation lackey is hiding among you all this. Well, no one really cares about that.
Of course not!
You'll find out eventually. There's no need to be so impatient. Probably when that countdown ends. You know about that? I don't know anything. I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love. From the bottom of my heart, I just don't care about anyone or anything. Con, is this really you? I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe you were like this all along, because if that's true, then who's the person we've been spending time with until now? The past. That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She was just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend. Doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self and not my present self?
Well,
it applies to you as well. Memories of people, memories of events. Whatever memory is, losing memories are like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing your memories leaves the shadows of the past.
Hey.
Don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end it always leads back to the story about our stolen school lives. Yeah, it's true all along, our memories were taken away. Was it true when we're suffering this much? Well, why don't you take your sweet time and remember at your own pace? Oh, Monokuma, is it alright for you to start?
Yes, indeed.
I just made time. God, why does it have to end like this? This is too pointless. This is
now
too
then,
much.
I've prepared a very special punishment.
so it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Mikan has been found guilty. Time for punishment. I think hers has something to do with large objects because she has a fear of those. Bye bye, ouchies. Yeah. She has a problem with oversized objects. Well, bye. She got launched into space. To really finish, the killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Hayoku Sayanju's Mikan Tsubiki, she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. It's finished. Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who's that Mikan from earlier? Was it her true form or was it itself a symptom of the despair disease? Doesn't matter either way. She ended up like that from remembering that all along Mikan was never worthy of being the symbol of hope. Even if her words were influenced by despair disease, the disease turned her into that. She lost herself to a simple disease. She was definitely unworthy.
Isn't that right?
Let's just move on. Let's take despair and change it.
Wait!
Possible. I thought we were friends the whole time, but even so. Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant, and in the end our friend we thought we knew ended up showing a completely different side of herself. then vanished from our sight, leaving only her malice towards us. No way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. It's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
Much easier if she was
Wrong.
the traitor too. Too bad. That's not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
on.
Traitor's still alive. As proof, see how fine Monami looks right now. Not fine at all. But if the traitor died, he wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the future foundation, so you guys are two hearts beating as one.
Fiend.
You didn't say you were different than Monami. Who cares about that? More important, I'm tired. Drama keeps going and going, and I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye take a break.
Hey!
Black beans? Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say? No, isn't it said that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because the downs come after ups, but a life is full of downs can be boring. So in order to help you guys feel better, I prepared a special event. Head over to the First Islands Beach, an old friend will be waiting for you there.
Hey!
Tomorrow's safe after all. How should I say this? So to see the light of hope. Happy Nekomaru's returning to us,
just as
but
I thought.
3 of our friends just died. I honestly cannot be happy.
However,
I'm still happy. If Nekomaru's safe, I'm
Fine.
truly happy. If you're happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they still lived. A supreme overlord, but who cares? That line doesn't suit you at all. I should have crushed you into dust. Ipuki, Hiyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you're unhappy, I apologize. Please forgive me for right now. I want to welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us. You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are
Right?
reaching to them. Let's go greet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand for even those who have died. Some after effects of that disease. I don't get this at all.
All right!
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to end it here. And then in the next episode, we will meet up with Nekomaru. So thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe for more, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.